Picture this. You walk into a meeting room and before you even say a word, people have already decided whether you're worth listening to. Your shoulders tell them if you're confident. Your eyes reveal if you're trustworthy. Your hands speak louder than your voice ever could. If you've ever felt like you're invisible in professional settings, or like people don't take you seriously despite your expertise, you're not alone. Maybe you've delivered brilliant ideas that got overlooked, or watched less qualified colleagues get promoted while you stayed stuck. The truth is, 93% of how people judge your competence happens before you even open your mouth. I'm Tony, and I've spent years studying how our silent signals either build or destroy our professional credibility. Today, we're going to decode the body language that makes people lean in, listen, and respect what you bring to the table. Here's what we'll explore: the 3 foundational pillars of professional presence that transform how people see you, the subtle mistakes that undermine your authority without you realizing it, and specific techniques you can practice today to command respect in any professional setting. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Your body language isn't just about looking confident, it's about feeling confident from the inside out. When you understand this connection, everything changes. Think about the last time you felt truly heard in a professional conversation. I bet your posture was different. Your breathing was calmer. Your eye contact felt natural, not forced. This isn't coincidence, it's biology. Research from Harvard Business School shows that when we adjust our body language, we don't just change how others see us. We literally change our internal chemistry. Open, expansive postures increase testosterone by 20 and decrease cortisol by 25. In simple terms, standing with confidence makes you feel more confident. But here's where most advice goes wrong. They tell you to fake it till you make it. But authentic presence isn't about pretending. It's about aligning your outer expression with your inner truth. When you try to force confidence, people sense the disconnect. When you cultivate genuine presence, people feel drawn to you. The first pillar of professional credibility is what I call grounded authority. This isn't about being the loudest person in the room, it's about being the most centered. Your posture speaks first. When you sit or stand with your spine straight but not rigid, shoulders back but not tense, you're sending a message. I belong here. But notice I didn't say shoulders back and chest out like you're a soldier. That creates tension. Instead, imagine a string gently pulling you up from the crown of your head. Here's a simple test. Next time you're in a meeting, notice how you're sitting. Are you leaning forward anxiously? Slouching back defensively? Both positions signal insecurity. Try this instead. Sit back in your chair, feet planted firmly on the ground, hands resting calmly on the table or your lap. This is what I call relaxed readiness alert, but not anxious. Eye contact is your secret weapon for building deeper connections. But most people get this completely wrong. They either avoid eye contact entirely, or they stare so intensely it makes others uncomfortable. The magic happens in the middle. Try the 8020 rule. Maintain eye contact about 80 of the time while listening and 20 while speaking. This creates a natural rhythm that feels engaging, not intimidating. When you're speaking, break eye contact occasionally to think it shows you're being thoughtful, not rehearsed. But here's the deeper truth about eye contact. It's not about looking at people, it's about seeing them. When you're genuinely interested in what someone is saying, your eye contact becomes naturally warm and present. People feel this difference immediately. The second pillar is purposeful expression. Every facial expression, every gesture, every micro movement either supports your message or contradicts it. And here's what's fascinating: people pick up on these contradictions subconsciously. Your face tells the real story. Micro expressions flash across your face in milliseconds, revealing your true feelings before you can control them. Instead of trying to fake the right expression, focus on aligning your inner state with your outer presence. If you're nervous about a presentation, don't try to force a smile. Instead, remind yourself why you're passionate about your topic. Let that genuine enthusiasm show on your face. People connect with authenticity, not perfection. Hand gestures can amplify your authority, or undermine it completely. Open palms signal trustworthiness. Closed fists suggest aggression. Fidgeting hands broadcast nervousness. Use gestures that support your words, not distract from them. Here's a simple practice. When you're making a point, use open-handed gestures at about chest level. This creates a sense of collaboration and openness. Avoid pointing directly at people it feels accusatory. Instead, use inclusive gestures that draw people into your ideas. Your feet might seem unimportant, but they're actually broadcasting your confidence level. Planted feet show stability. Shifting weight back and forth signals uncertainty. Turned away feet suggest you want to escape the conversation. The third pillar is active listening presence. This is where most professionals miss the mark completely. They think communication is about talking, but true influence comes from how you listen. When someone is speaking, your body language should show you're fully engaged. Lean in slightly, not so much that you invade their space, but enough to show interest. Nod occasionally to show you're following their thoughts. These small actions create psychological safety, making people feel heard and valued. But here's the advanced move. Mirror their energy level subtly. If they're excited, let some of that energy reflect in your posture. If they're sharing something serious, match that gravity with your expression. This isn't mimicry, it's emotional attunement. The strategic use of physical space can completely transform your professional presence. Stand too close and people feel invaded. Stand too far and you seem disconnected. The sweet spot is about arm's length for most professional interactions. When you're presenting or leading a discussion, don't hide behind furniture. Move purposefully. Use the space to emphasize your points. But remember, every movement should have intention. Random pacing is distracting. Purposeful movement is powerful. Now, let's talk about the silent destroyers of professional credibility. These are the unconscious habits that undermine everything you're trying to build. Nervous gestures are credibility killers. Touching your face, twirling your hair, clicking pens, bouncing your leg, these signal anxiety and distract from your message. But don't just try to stop these behaviors. Replace them with purposeful actions. If you tend to fidget with your hands, give them something to do. Hold a pen you're not using, or rest them calmly on the table. If you bounce your leg, plant both feet firmly on the floor. The key is conscious redirection, not suppression. Overuse of gestures can be just as damaging as no gestures at all. When every word comes with a hand movement, people stop paying attention to your ideas and start watching your performance. Use gestures strategically to emphasize key points, not to fill every silence. Voice and body language must work in harmony. If your voice is confident but your shoulders are hunched, people sense the mismatch. If your words are enthusiastic but your face is flat, your message loses impact. Practice matching your vocal energy to your physical presence. A strong, clear voice paired with open posture creates unstoppable professional presence. But this isn't about being loud, it's about being clear and intentional. Let's get practical. Here's how to implement these techniques in real-world scenarios. For job interviews, arrive early and spend 5 minutes in your car doing power poses. Yes, it sounds silly, but it works. Stand tall, hands on your hips, chest open. This isn't about how you look, it's about how you feel. When you walk into that interview, you'll carry that confidence with you. During the interview, use the grounded authority posture we discussed. Make eye contact when listening, and use purposeful gestures when making key points. Remember, they're evaluating whether you can represent their company professionally. Show them through your presence, not just your words. In leadership meetings, your body language sets the tone for everyone else. If you're slouched and checking your phone, you're signaling that this meeting isn't important. If you're sitting upright, making eye contact, and using open gestures, you're creating an environment where people want to contribute. When someone challenges your ideas, resist the urge to cross your arms or lean back defensively. Instead, lean in slightly, maintain eye contact, and use open-handed gestures. This shows you're confident enough to engage with different perspectives. Cross-cultural professional settings require extra awareness. Eye contact norms vary dramatically between cultures. Personal space preferences differ. Gesture meanings can be completely opposite. Do your homework. Research the cultural norms of the people you're working with. Professional presence isn't one size fits all. Here's your practice plan. Start with one element at a time. This week, focus only on your posture. Notice how you're sitting and standing throughout the day. Make gentle adjustments. Don't try to change everything at once. That creates tension and looks forced. Use your phone to record yourself during practice conversations. Yes, it's uncomfortable at first, but it's incredibly revealing. Watch for the unconscious habits you didn't know you had. Notice what feels natural versus what looks forced. Get feedback from trusted colleagues or mentors. Ask them to observe your presence during meetings and give you honest input. Sometimes we can't see our own patterns, but others notice them immediately. Create a pre-meeting ritual. Before important professional interactions, take 2 minutes to center yourself. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and remind yourself of your value and expertise. This isn't about pumping yourself up. It's about connecting with your authentic confidence. Remember, professional presence isn't about becoming someone else. It's about removing the barriers that prevent people from seeing your true competence and value. When your body language aligns with your expertise, people naturally want to listen, learn, and follow your lead. Your silent signals are already talking. The question is, what story are they telling? With these techniques, you can ensure they're telling the story of someone worth listening to, someone worth respecting, and someone worth following. You're not broken or lacking. You just needed the right tools to let your natural authority shine through. Practice these techniques with patience and compassion for yourself. Professional presence is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with intentional practice. Start small. Pick one technique we discussed today and work on it this week. Notice the difference in how people respond to you. Then gradually add the other elements. Before you know it, this new way of being will feel completely natural. Share in the comments, which of these body language insights resonated most with you? Maybe your realization will help someone else on their journey to authentic professional presence. I'm Tony, and remember, your expertise deserves to be seen, heard, and respected. Sometimes we just need to adjust our silent signals to match the truth of who we really are.